Alright, we're back. So what happens next?
I think we cut to some kind of preparation, right? Like,
I think we cut
we're
to the
out
action.
there.
Oh yeah, we cut straight to the action. Yeah.
Cut to the mission, yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing really else that we can or should do beforehand.
Here's the thing we can do. I could tell you all what the thing is called.
So what is the name of this weird space tree?
Yeah, so this space tree is called Mother Guardian of the Forest People, Heart Strangled by Unbearable Twisting Grief.
Oh god. Love it.
Otherwise known as Danu.
Ah, right.
Cool. Can you put that in the chat? That's awesome.
Emily sees what I'm going.
Yeah.
Emily understands. This is Emily. This has been my secret all along. I'm just like, oh yeah, obscure mythological reference. It's fine.
Yep.
Who Danu? Who is this?
The Earth Mother goddess in Celtic, specifically Irish mythology.
Okay.
And also prominent in Stonetop games.
Yes, exactly. Because
Right.
they take a lot of shit from there.
So is this like, are you telling us this like as we're looking at the thing from afar?
I don't think Swift has realized yet.
Right, like
This is me telling like y'all the players and also Ash as the GM.
Do we maybe cut to like a glimpse of like Camael, like totally incidental to this, like reading a history book and like just like looking up to candlelight and saying the name or something? No context.
Because this is the thing. I don't like. This is a new name, right? Like.
Oh, okay, right, okay.
Like the last part has taken the place of some other name that she once had. Because she is changed now.
Yep.
Well, then my question to you, friends, is: Are we hunting
right.
Leviathan,
Yeah. what
or
mission
are
you doing?
we staging a desperate counterattack?
I don't think it's.
I think we're hunting. It's not really like maybe they've taken a person, but it's not like an attack.
So here is, I think Andrew is onto something, because like what I think was foreshadowed quite hard last time was the idea that like this plan of like going and speaking directly to a god and not one of its proxies was what like the desperate counterattack mission would look like.
Oh, that was what we had to do to progress, take it to the next level. Yes.
Exactly, right? And like we were about to go do that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so I think there's a case that like we might be about to do the season finale unexpectedly.
So, wait. So, is this a Leviathan, or Leviathan's what we've been fighting previously?
Yeah. So there's like, my understanding is that there are the gods, and then there's the Leviathans that they.
Like the agents.
out
Yeah.
for
Okay,
the
right.
agents of the gods.
Yeah.
Is that- is
The
that
point
one?
being that the greed one was basically a minor god. It wasn't a Leviathan itself. Whereas this will be like the embodiment of, like, it'll be the prime Leviathan of of Danu.
It's like
Like an avatar?
Yeah, the avatar of Danu.
Yeah, because the gods don't.
And
have,
everything
like,
changed when the
form.
Fire Nation attacked.
Yeah, they don't
And
have.
so-
They're like the gods exist in like in a non-physical
I
state.
think it's hunting a Leviathan then. Like, it's a powerful Leviathan, but we're like taking the initiative here, and like we don't have to actually pursue this.
The question
Yeah,
here is:
certainly
do you
at
want to
least
talk to
that.
it, or do you want to like? Are you aiming towards talking or aiming towards fighting? Now, those can be swapped as we go, but what's your intention initially?
I mean, my feeling here would be aiming toward talking.
But
I'm leaning
I
towards
think
fighting.
that,
yeah.
okay. I think that's reliant on, that might be though reliant on information that I have as a player, because like, if my character has the knowledge that this is some kind of twisted version of an old god that probably my people knew about and probably were quite like positive about, if we're talking like, earth, forest, gods and things. So like, if I knew that in character, I think that would definitely colour my view and
I mean, the thing is,
lead me
this is
more
actually a
towards,
choice
like,
that's
talking,
made
but-
outside of characters. All right, it's a player choice to choose what mission we go on.
yeah.
Yeah, so there's room for us to feel like our characters are unwittingly doing this thing.
Yeah, and I kind of feel like it feels to me like our characters are unwittingly about to go and talk to a god.
And that like enough of this god is, or of their power is like imbued in this one thing that it is effectively as good as
this would
talking
be
to it
like
directly.
not doing the thing you
Okay.
said you were trying to go and do.
So what if we get a little bit meta here then? Because as a player, I'm really interested in a story wherein we hear about this dangerous Leviathan that's just a Leviathan. We get kitted up. We're going to go in to smash this Leviathan and like solve the problem. And we, the characters, do not know until we get there that this is like a much bigger,
Way more
more godlike thing, and we can't deal with our problems that way. Like that's a story that I'm really interested in.
Cool.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I'm about it.
Right. Sounds like you're.
So did we figure out what
Leviathan.
mission it is?
We're doing the hardest possible mission in that case.
Okay, so
the
stage a
end
desperate
it's the end of the
counterattack.
season. Yeah.
So what
And
what does that?
What does that mean, right? So
Yeah.
on the character sheet, or on the crew sheet, the new version, it says, make a strike against the Leviathans that gives them pause and buys a moment of peace for the Bastion. So, to my mind here, it's not as, like, the language is of like, fighting, but of course, this is, like, a thing that we can do that will give pause to the enemy
Actually, make a significant difference.
attacking on the,
Yeah.
Yeah, and like if we go all the way back to the crew sheet, right? Like our last hope is to be reconciled with heaven. That's
and
what
so,
we want.
This pushes forward that agenda.
That agenda.
And what does it being end of season mean? Like, is that the end of the overall campaign, or is that then just
It's like a
kind of
television show. It's just like a television show.
Sure,
So-
but like
So we reset, all clocks reset, including
Okay.
the darkness clock. Andrew, is it still a thing we switch GM?
Switch GMs, yeah.
Yeah, so given that this is Ash's channel and it's mostly about her running games, we don't like have to do it, but it's certainly encouraged by the rules and something
Yeah,
that we could do.
and like, there's a question here of like whether we switch games for a little bit and come back later for season 2, right?
And then
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
also a good like logical spot to like bookend and then move on to something else or whatever. So
yeah,
so yeah, that's the idea.
And I feel like it is like, to avoid the like, hey chat, we went live slightly late today, it's the season finale. Like if the odds of us getting through this in just the
It's
remainder
not
of
just
today's
gonna
session
be-
is not
I
gonna
don't
fucking
like-
happen. Like
yeah. I want to just play
yeah,
it
we're
out.
gonna cliffhanger it and then pick up with the other half of it next
Yeah, I want to play it out and see where we feel like we're at the end of it, and then when it feels like it's the end of the season, then we'll do that.
cool. Okay, great.
Cool. So what mechs is everyone piloting? That's what I want to know.
So I think there are going to need to be some changes due to the update,
Yeah.
Yep.
because of course we have this whole thing of like those of us who made a thing can't pilot the thing we made. Our characters can't pilot the thing that the player made. So
Yeah.
I cannot pilot the Withering of Surgat. Adna cannot pilot the Reminder of Hope given by Castiel into a Bitter World. Cert can't pilot Ophiel's Sacred Ambition,
Correct. Yep.
which is the sword.
The sword. Yep.
And then, Swift can't pilot Cunning Harmony Overcomes Adversity.
I can't pilot my cool bow anymore. No, I
And we had that whole scene where you like tried to,
tried to use it and it didn't work.
yeah.
No, sorry, go on. I have a thought, but I'll come back to it.
You go.
Okay. I just was thinking about because of course there needs to be, or I think it's good if there is like an explanation for why that change has occurred, like a narrative sort of thing, or like individual explanations. And I have a really good sad one.
Do you want to jump in the future for
Because-
it? Do you
Sorry?
want free play flashback.
No, I don't think so. I just want to. I'll just state it as a thing. I think Ophiel's Sacred Ambition is like I can't remember what the keywords were for it.
It's in the series playbook. You can have a look. It is
Elegant and imperious.
Yeah. Okay. And imperious is like I always forget the exact meaning of that word though.
lordly and kind of like authoritative. And
Yeah.
demanding.
Okay. Yep. Commanding, overbearing. In which case, actually, no, I don't have an answer because I don't think my answer makes sense in regard to that. So, no, scratch that.
Also, before I forget, just quickly, had Cassiel been repaired? I can't see damage noted down anywhere.
Anyone having done it? Don't remember anyone repairing Cassiel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
Okay.
taken 2 out of its 4.
Shit. That's not good.
Yep.
Oh, actually, sorry. In the new rules, they only can take 3. So it's
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's real fucked.
God.
Then is I'll set all of these to 1, and I'll set this one to 3.
I know which one I would like to pilot because I think it's cool.
What is it?
I kind of want Swift to go down in the Withering of Surgat again. Like dark Swift.
Coffin fleas or whatever they were.
Edgelord Swift.
It's still got coffin lice.
Yeah, it's infested.
I'm aware.
I know.
I think
coffin lice.
I think Ophiel's Sacred Ambition would work well for Adna.
Yeah, because it's the
just
It's a
sword.
fucking sword. Yeah.
it's the sword, but also like personality wise, like it's not that I don't think she's especially imperious, but like because of her role in society, and it's like that's like
She is subject
she identifies
to-
with that, and
She
is
is
like
subject to the imperiousness of others.
It's
Yeah.
It's a perfect stand-in for just like the bastion
Exactly.
itself, right? And then
yeah,
being within it. Yeah.
absolutely.
It's a stand-in for what the Bastion is, not what, whereas Cassiel, the reminder of hope given by Cassiel onto a bitter world is what the
It's
Bastion
like what it
thinks
could
is.
be.
Yeah.
Totally. But I have been rejected by a reminder of hope, so as we discovered last game. So
Can you remind me what is that the bow?
that's the lance.
The like flag.
Oh no, sorry, it was a banner that's
Yeah, banner.
Yeah.
Banner.
Yeah, the bow is cunning harmony overcomes adversity.
Sorry.
Right.
And the gift of Yolnir is the boot.
The boots, there's 2 of them.
No, it's a single boot.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
Okay, I remember that
this
being
very
2.
distinctly.
I think it's just because you were always the one piloting them, and so an extra boot always.
The one time anyone dared pilot it, it was me. It was a creepy Santa Triskelion thing.
Someone else has piloted it. Or someone else has taken it but not piloted it.
I'm wondering if I might pilot that one. Can somebody remind me what its descriptors are?
The gift of Yolnir is wise and tormented.
It's great.
Yeah,
Sounds
sweet.
relevant.
Sounds good. I'll do that.
Yeah.
And so I guess I will. So Withering of Surgat is taken. Ophiel's Sacred Ambition, Gift of Yolnir, both taken. So there's only Cunning Harmony overcomes adversity, or the entirely wrecked reminder of hope given by Cassiel onto a bitter world.
Yeah. Though, like, I will admit, I am also kind of tempted to take the shitty banner.
The like tattered banner.
Yeah, I'm also kind of into
like,
that.
it's partially tattered because some of it's in your skin.
Yeah, right. So like that. Yeah, there's like in some ways poetic on a poetic level. I kind of like that. Actually, fuck it. You know what? I'm going with it. I'm gonna commit. I'm gonna fucking do it. I'm piloting the crappy one. We're going on the most dangerous mission we possibly could be. I'm in the crappy one.
There's nothing
deal with it.
bad about it. It's just that it's severely damaged.
It's just that if it takes a single hit, it'll break. Yeah, there's nothing crappy about it at all, Andrew.
It's that old story games parable. Talk shit and make terrible decisions.
Exactly. What she said.
Yeah.
So to remind everyone, an engine's strength is reduced when a PC's last transcendent action is used while piloting it. A relevant consequence affects it and it goes unresisted. When its pilot falls into eclipse, it can be as the cost of a dark bargain, which is how a lot of them came up previously.
Oh shit!
When
that
level
means
4
that
harm
the
is
Withering
suffered
of
while
Surgat-
piloting it,
Sorry.
or if it is abandoned in the field.
That means the Withering of Surgat actually has a damage on it.
Right. Because Swift.
Fell into
Eclipse.
Went into eclipse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Cool.
So
Well, that's very.
I love that because it means that like I'm going to be real limited in what I can do with Cassiel, because otherwise, like, I will be out of transcendence, left floating in heaven.
Like, yeah, because it'll break.
Yeah.
And become inert or whatever.
And like the thing
It'll
is,
be
when like the thing is, like, in heaven, physics doesn't make sense, right? There isn't like a sensible physics, and so like that's the reason that person had fallen so far, is because they just like heaven had just kind
Nothing
of
had
like
stopped
washed them on currents of falling for like ages.
Yeah, like they didn't fall in a straight line. It was like weird.
Yeah, and like they
thing.
probably got like spaghettified at some point, and like
Creepy.
it's not a good idea to be out here unprotected as a mortal.
Cool. So my goal for today is to reenact the end of Stargazers. Awesome. And I, like my predecessor before me, will be playing the role of the time traveler.
Yeah, you'll get sucked into space. Okay, so I will pilot
That's my
Cunning
goal.
Harmony overcomes adversity.
Cool.
Awesome. You better take care of my bow, Andrew. If you break it, I'll be real upset.
I'm gonna break it.
Fuck you.
What are its virtues and impulses?
It is...
Clever.
I cannot read. Why? Why are these things
Sentimental.
always so hard to read?
It's clever and sentimental.
Clever
Aw,
and sentimental.
just like Swift's.
I'm just gonna note those in my character sheet. while
It's
I'm
got
piloting here.
brackets. Sentimental nostalgia.
Also, I love that
nostalgic.
engines can recover strength by someone using the help a friend recover action.
Yeah,
the people.
and that we never do it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
to be fair, Andrew, that rule only came into existence like last session.
But also, we haven't
what-
done anything to try and fix our engines previously.
That's also true.
Yeah, we've been running them into the ground. We haven't been kind to them.
No, we haven't.
Nope.
Well, cool.
Cool. Who wants to roll the engagement roll?
Yeah,
I
whose
can do it.
dumb idea is this?
I'm happy to do it.
Yeah, could someone tell me again what are the ones for Cassiel?
You know what I should do? I should put them in like the notes.
What the descriptions are for Cassiel?
Yeah.
Brave and weary.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're
definitely
relatable.
worry at this point. Jesus.
Yeah, they're leaning into that
I actually
particular.
really like the they only have 3 strength. I think that's good.
Yeah, and then our transcendence clocks are down to just 4 instead of 6.
Yeah, by the time we get to version 7, PCs will only get one
you
transcendence.
get one transcendence action.
And
you get
engines
hit once-
break if you sneeze on them.
It's just gonna get worse and worse.
Oh dear.
So yeah, I want to know how, like, what's the situation? Emily's gonna roll it. Does Andrew? Do you want to ask the questions?
Yeah, I can ask the questions.
Andrew, the Oscar of questions.
So, sorry, can you remind me what I'm rolling? I always forget.
You're rolling a fortune.
So it's gonna be a fortune roll, and we're all collectively going to answer the questions of this little questionnaire. And
So it's
then
literally just like
There's a fortune
Without
button underneath
anything?
your skills.
yeah, and so we'll figure out what our pool is based on these answers to these questions. So we get 1 die to start.
Yay!
And
For
then-
hope.
Yeah. So our questions are: is the mission particularly heroic or noble?
Yes.
Yeah, because we're gonna
We're gonna
go.
go be reconciled with heaven. That's noble.
Yeah, because
I don't know if we know that.
You're gonna go
It's
and
not-
rescue
it's not- it's-
Norna.
Yeah, and like but then Mel, like it's not about what the characters know. Like it's about the mission, which again
Yeah.
is that meta layer, like player level thing.
Yeah, fair enough.
Some of that, I feel like Melody's not totally off the mark though. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if we don't know the stakes, then that affects whether it's noble. Like, if we just
Okay,
stumble onto horrifying danger or something,
Okay, at
that's
a player
not
level-
noble. That's just like a
At a
thing.
player level, like we're going to go and like rescue my poor owl friend.
Yeah.
No, I agree on that, just not
Yeah.
so much on the reconciled with heaven bit.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
yeah, I agree. I still think it's noble, but yeah, I agree. I don't think it's noble in
So
that
that's
way.
the second one.
does the mission's goal or methods reflect the darkness inside our characters?
I'm not
I don't think so.
Sure, it does actually, which is interesting. We're just being very businesslike for once.
We're doing our jobs. That's good.
Are we like telling our bosses that we are doing this though?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Yep. Cool.
Okay. Oh God, we're being
I am anyway.
about it.
Yep.
Yep.
Great.
I don't want them to make me cut on my friends anymore.
Yeah, that's fair.
Is the mission following through on details from the crew's investigations or from our preparations?
Yeah, it is.
I think it really is. Is the darkness well defended here or particularly strong against our approach?
I think it's
Yeah.
I think it's actually kind of okay. I was gonna say I don't actually know.
No, it is.
Ash just, yeah, y'all are fucked.
okay.
Does the mission center around one of your friends?
Yes.
So you
yes,
get an
it
extra
does.
die. Are your rivals or enemies working against you? And this specifically refers to like our NPCs that we made up, Ash.
Nope.
Yeah, let me check. So, rivals or enemies is the specific word?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, this refers to like on my sheet,
Frenemies?
like Ak is my friend and
yeah.
Hildar
so,
the High Sculptor is my enemy.
Yeah, so no. If it were, are any of your contacts working against you, that would be a different thing.
Yeah, because Ak's my friend and she's working
Ak's your
against us, but she's my friend.
But she's your friend, so.
Also, like, Adna's attendant is always working against us because she's part of the fucking system.
Such a jerk.
So, are there any other elements we want to consider due to circumstances or events in the world? At the MC's discretion, these factors might improve or impede our engagement role. So, there's one straight out the gate, which is that we're at tier 2 of readiness and we're doing a tier 3 mission, so that drops us by 1.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a case that we get +1 because we're not just acting on details from our investigation, but like we like in downtime, like we were also given like a clear answer to one of the gather info questions that like this was like the way to fix things.
Like the correct course of action.
Yeah, like this is by GM mandated answer to a question. Like this is like the right way to go about solving the problem, the most effective way. And I feel like the fact that we're pursuing that is worth a die.
So what you're telling me is that I gave you, I gave you a thing, a gift of fictional positioning, and now you're asking for a dice because I gave it to you?
I mean, yes, mechanics and fiction should feed back into one
Yes,
another.
alright, fine.
That's exactly
You
what
can
I'm
have
saying.
a dice.
Aha,
Okay,
take that.
So we're at 3.
Yeah.
3 dice.
Cool.
Which is good. We've been like doing a bunch of work towards this thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Emily,
It's
do you
not
want to report
unreasonable.
your
Alright.
that 3 dice?
So 3 dice.
Okay, so I do fortune +3.
Yep.
So, right?
Yeah.
+3 die.
Okay.
Please be a crit.
How come?
How come
Please be a
it says what's this?
Oh, just...
Because you gotta label it, 'cause it
just
could be anything.
Give it a name.
Ah,
So you could say engagement roll
okay.
if you want to be simple. If you want to be more poetic, I don't know. You can make something up.
Stop your shitty flirting.
I made a roll recently in a as yet unannounced title, in which, yes, I entreated people to stop their awkward flirting.
Do I need to worry about the position or the?
Just go. Bum,
No,
bum.
you can just skip through those.
Sorry, I obviously haven't actually done this one before. So I put under number of dice, I put 3, and then there's extra, but I just leave that.
You just
Yeah.
leave that.
Okay.
I think you might need to put the number 0 in if there are 0 extra dice.
There was a number 0. That's all right.
Okay, great.
5.
Oh, that's not so bad. That's not so we can live with that.
Yeah. So we start in a not perfect, but a risky position.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, cool. So yeah, I think we're in heaven. Y'all are piloting your friends, your mechs.
Should we describe what our cool new
I
engines
was gonna
look
say
like?
what are they? So what I'm gonna do though is one of you, and this is up to you, whoever calls it first, has like accidentally brushed against the fur of in my head, heaven is just full of these spheres of different materials. So there's this sphere of fur, and one of you is like brushed against it, and like it starts to unravel and make this like sound.
Like a giant otter. I love it.
Eyes and whiskers or something start to like unfurl from this giant. Like otherwise it was completely spherical, but now it's starting to like, and like you see in the distance like one of the like eye moons like turn and swivel to the sound and all these like you've attracted attention. You're noticed. So that's up to you who that is. What do you all look like in your things?
I think Surt is piloting the boot. Boot.
You've got
and
out with the thing about Yolnir, with the images of Yolnir.
Yes. Yeah, I do. I want to double check it because I think
I will read for the benefit of chat. Yolnir is a big, evil, wild Santa that performs Santa duties but takes his cost. Haggard old man with claws and teeth and a long, white, dirty beard.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Depicted here seated on a mountain of skulls or putting a child inside a cauldron.
Yep.
Yeah. So the gift of Yolnir is a boot.
Yeah. So I think like one of the boots is on like my right foot, and it has like kind of coming out of it and sort of like as though made of the same kind of like stuff as the boot, but then melding into like green is like all of these like vines that have kind of like coming out of the boot and like have wrapped up like all the way up of Surt's leg and kind of like down his other leg and around his other foot. So there's sort of like one actual boot, and then like the other leg is kind of like encased in like these kind of interlocking vines. And I think he has, as per this image, he's got like kind of two actually no, this would be transcendent stuff. There's transcendent stuff. I'll save some stuff. But I think actually the thing about like what it looks like for him to pilot this is that he just looks like really tired and old. Like while he's in this, and any time that you look over at him, you just sort of have this thought of like, oh wow, like I hadn't really noticed that like how old Surt is. Like he's actually getting on.
He's 19. My God, so old and mature compared to the rest of us.
No, he was. I don't think he was ever actually.
No,
I don't think he's ever been younger.
We're all the same age, aren't we?
I don't remember any of us being older than 21. I remember us having this conversation and explicitly agreeing that in line with the genre
I have
we were all
always thought I was older
late
than that.
teens. Okay, that's fair.
I mean, like,
my memory.
let's be honest. Like, Surt is like, you know, emotionally has that cantankerous, like, oh, I'm so much more mature thing.
Oh
going.
yeah, absolutely.
That's true.
Cool.
That's very cool, though. That description.
Priston Rama, what do you look like at the moment?
So, Cunning Harmony Overcomes Adversity was a bow when you were using it, and you were like this cool bow sage.
Yeah, that is an
Previously.
accurate description, Andrew, of the aesthetic. Yeah.
Okay, well, it's gonna be nothing like that, for starters.
None of that. All of that's
I
out
give
the
you my
window.
nice bow and you
This
just
is
ruin it.
this is Cunning Harmony Overcomes Adversity 2.0 for the year 2000. It's got frosted
2018
tips, it's got
Web
smoke
5.0.
glasses,
Fluoro stripes, yeah.
GT stripes. It's got a sick muffler.
Sorry, come back to me. I'm getting silly now. I can't concentrate.
All right, Melody, do you want to go?
Yeah, sure thing. So Ophiel's Sacred Ambition, while it's being piloted by Adna, is have we established any description for the sword itself? Like when it's non-transcendent?
Big? It's got
Is
a
it like
pointy
a
end.
great sword? Like,
I
if
thought
it
it
doesn't
was a
matter, it
short
doesn't matter.
sword.
I can just make something up.
Like a short sword or a long sword, I wouldn't think it was a great sword. Because it has
Yeah.
to be... I definitely remember it being a one-hand, like, wielded one-handed.
Okay, cool. While riding, driving, whatever, piloting, it becomes this stretched, kind of spindly, incredibly long, thin limbs, like an Eldar Wraith Walker from Warhammer, that kind of thing.
Totally.
In terms of the structure,
ship.
yeah. And those like rounded edges, almost like bone-like, and the head is like pointed like a knife straight ahead, like the in Pacific Rim, the kaiju with the pointy knife head. I'm trying to think of the name for it. Yeah.
It was literally called Knife Head.
Yeah, cool. And the color scheme is like, as you know, is typical for Adna, is like midnight blue with golden trim. The sword is like this. It's longer, but still like proportionally like, somewhere between a short sword and a long sword. But like crackles with this like golden lightning and projects like a shield of energy that kind of comes from the hilt and circles up around, and there's like a halo around the about a third of the way down the blade.
That's cool.
So yeah,
that's dope as fuck.
Swift, what are you looking like?
Cool. What do I look like? Swift is like... How do I describe? Swift is like floating to begin with. Like floating in space, surrounded by just like hundreds of meters of golden cloth. Like the fabric of Cassiel is just like massively long. It's like this huge long drape that is then like wound and like coiled in the air as though it is like clothing worn by some great invisible humanoid shape. And Swift is like floating in the middle where its heart would be. And so there's just all of this like cloth wrapped, like outlining a vague like form. But like through the gaps, you can still see like Swift, and you can see like the back of the cloth, which has like all of this writing in Swift's like original language, like written down it in this like spidery black hand.
That's awesome.
And I think, yeah, I think that's it. I think for now it's pretty like mundane.
Cool.
I think when Swift transcends, it's gonna be lit. But for now, that's all.
It's going to be literally different thing entirely.
It's going to be lit on fire because Swift's hair is going to catch on fire. Was actually where I was going, Andrew, but that was good too.
So, in the hands of Hriston Rammer, Cunning Harmony overcomes adversity. I think is in the form of there's like a massive wicker owl. That's one half of it.
Yes.
And then the owl is carrying the other, which is, gosh, what would it be?
A fox?
Sure. Yeah. So, and it's, there's some like old folklore tale of an owl and a fox working together, and like the one betrays the other in the story or something. There's some like fable.
Yeah, the fox is cunning and the owl is harmony, right? Like
cool. Something like that.
They go like looking for like a vole and like catch a vole and then can't decide who gets to have it. It's like that.
Yeah, exactly. Like they don't share it.
It's like the old story of the Scottish junkies who wait in the bushes to steal a child's bike and then beat each other up over who gets to ride it.
It's a lot like that.
That old tale.
A classic piece of folklore.
But yeah, they're just like made of, they're these massive, and I say like wicker, but really it's like timber, like enormous owl and fox.
Here's the thing: if you say that it's timber rather than wicker, you'll gain points with Emily, because she just He's wicker.
True facts. Wicker is the material of the devil.
I don't want to have to imagine all the creaking, so it's not wicker.
Yeah.
Look, The Wicker
That's
Man was
part
an
of the
amazing.
problem.
The Wicker Man was an amazing movie, and y'all can just go. And
I have no strong opinions about the Wicker Man. I just hate Wicker.
About the wicker chair is where her opinions
The Wicker
lie.
chair, yes.
So it's not that. But it's like everything. Both forms are like clearly hollow and have like cloth suspended in between the like wooden like sticks and stuff that make them.
That's cool.
And so it's like flapping in the the air as they like swoop around.
Who brushed the fur ball?
Totally us. We goofed. If anyone's gonna goof, it's us.
All right. So this thing turns around and like it reveals like these weird like black shiny eyes, and then like a section of it that initially doesn't make sense, but then kind of resolves into a face, like opens up into like a Cheshire cat smile with pinned teeth. In my head, it's like a Lolth cat from Star Wars. Lolth cat. So yeah, just get an image of what
Everyone
that looks like.
frantically googling what is this thing.
Yeah. And it calls out towards the tree with like a cat-like growl.
That's awful.
Yeah.
Well, how's it?
Lolth cat.
It's horrifying, Emily. You don't want to look.
I think it's actually just Loth.
Oh, is it?
And that you're conflating the drow god
D&D.
of spiders.
Is it Loth
And
cat? Is it? It is Loth cat.
just a
Sorry.
Loth cat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still, Wikipedia still knew what I meant.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cute.
That is not how I would describe its face, but okay.
Look how cute it is. Cute little face. Don't even sweat it.
So yeah,
It's gonna be your best friend, Luke.
Yeah, this 15-foot long Loth cat type thing is like calling out to the tree and then starts to like bat at you with a claw. Sorry, let me rephrase that. It calls out to the tree and then it just smashes Tristan Rama into
Yeah, it
Adna.
bats them.
Yeah, and they just go flying into each other, and you're gonna take some harm. Let's go with level 1 harm. Spun. Spun about.
So, as a note to my gathered and attendant friends here, I am already at 5 out of 9 stress due to
Yup.
a bad obligation roll last time we played. But this is violence, right? That I would be resisting. Well, I do get 3 dice to resist violence. So there's that. So yeah, you know what? I'll chance it. I'm probably gonna.
Yeah,
do
the
just
question was
fine.
like whether or not someone was gonna take it for you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no,
so like I
will
think
resist it.
as this is happening, I wouldn't do a thing.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna resist it for you. I'm gonna do it.
Okay, I'm gonna resist it, and then you can do something
Yeah,
else.
resist first then.
So
And this is two
thing-
consequences, though, right? This is
this-
it letting the tree know that we're here, like it
Yeah.
causing an alarm, and then also it hitting
Yep.
Kristen Runner. So we're gonna resist being hit.
Yeah.
Someone else can deal with the whole "it's causing an alarm" thing.
Right.
Hacha. I got a 6, so it's
Excellent.
fine.
Yeah, you're all
Shit.
good. Yeah, very nice.
Real good at this.
So what this looks like is it goes to swing at them, and they're just too quick and maneuverable. Like the owl briefly drops the fox, and the thing like swings through the space in between them, and
Yeah.
then the owl like dives down and grabs the fox again.
Yeah. That's
So
cool.
I would I would like to like add a thing here. I think like as like the fox falls a little and then is like caught on like the upstretched like cloth palm of Cassiel and like held there while the owl gets it back.
Yeah, and like
Swift,
springs back into the air to be caught.
yeah, and Swift just like smiles up at you, and this like silent moment of like we will not let each other fall like passes between you, and I'm gonna spend my link with you to recover your stress. Because that's how links work now. Haha! I know how this game works.
Yeah, people are
So
helping me.
I roll 1 die.
So
It's
yeah,
always minimum of 1.
it's a minimum of 1.
Yep, cool. Let's hope this goes well. Roll d6. What's gonna happen? I got a 3. You get
Okay,
1
so-
stress back.
I recover stress. Thank you.
Look, I tried my hardest.
Yeah, so the weird bobble-headed ferret-bodied creature like starts to like bound away towards the tree nebula.
I mean, I want to intercept it. Like, it's just attacked someone and started running.
Yeah, fuck it up.
Yeah, I mean, like, how big is it?
15
The size
feet
of a
long.
planet or something.
No, it's 15
Sorry,
feet
what was that,
long.
Ash?
It's 15 feet long.
And how big are we-ish?
Depends on how inflated you are in your mech.
But it's, like, bigger than us, yeah.
It's bigger than your like normal form. You're probably about Adna's probably about the
feel
same
like
size as it.
We're roughly on scale
You're on
with
scale.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like maybe this like owl fox combo are like 10 to 12 feet
Yeah.
tall, whatever that means, you know, like
Yeah. I mean, I'm just gonna like fly at it at full speed, and intercept it side on, like with a sword to its throat, like through its throat.
God.
Okay. Roll
What
that.
happened to Adna being the pure one? Jeez.
We're fighting the bad guys. This is my job.
Bad guys.
And you're the guardian.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be following straight after you. So if there's a, if I can help or whatever.
So is this a flow?
Yeah. If that's what you.
I mean, I think it is flow. I keep forgetting that it doesn't work the same as Apocalypse World, where it's we choose the thing. Yeah.
You choose what it is. and I
yeah,
can-
you decide what you're rolling and then she'll
Like-
tell you
Yeah.
how well that works.
So yeah, I'm gonna go
If
flow.
it's flow, then I think this is difficult. Standard.
Okay, sounds good to me.
Risky,
You're trying to
risky
match-
standard?
you're trying
Oh
to
wait,
match the
risky sound?
No, what's the one above risky?
Desperate?
Desperate standard.
Desperate is below.
Oh well, harder than desperate standard.
Yep.
Okay, it's desperate standard. Okay.
Because if you're flowing, and based
Yeah.
on your description, you're trying to match the lost cat on speed, which is a thing that it's very
Yeah.
good at.
Okay. Can I like take the dark bargain to unlock the secret trait for the engine?
Yes. Or no, you can take a dark bargain, and I can offer.
Okay.
unlocking-
Okay, so that's like an optional thing from
Yeah,
GM.
would you-
Okay. Can I? So give me a devil's bargain.
I know.
I mean, I've got
Spring.
one.
What's your suggestion, Luke?
Like you get stuck. Like the sword goes all the way into
Yeah.
it, and then you're like
I don't like
stuck
how that
as its
works.
body like drifts off and away, and you have to like extricate yourself to get back
that's
into.
one. The one that I was
what's
going to
happening.
suggest is that in order to keep up with it, you separate yourself from the group and including from Search, who's trying to like keep up with you, and like end up basically in the front yard of the tree before you actually grab it.
Okay. No, I won't take the devil's bargain because this is like the first part of this encounter, and I have been training and doing a lot of work on being a good team player. So,
Good job.
no, I won't take that.
So proud of you, Adna. You're learning.
Development.
You're learning.
So what I will do, it's 2 stress to get a bonus, is it?
Is Cert helping?
Oh, yes.
Can I?
Cert can spend.
Can I like
stress to
launch
help.
off you or something? Like
Yeah.
we do like a thing where you throw me or something?
Yep. We've been practicing it.
The Wolverine
Yeah.
and Colossus thing. The
Yeah.
fastball special.
Because we got the
physics doesn't work the same.
and we've got the training stage now. So I think
Yes.
you and I have been
Yeah.
like practicing this like cool sort of weird
Acrobatics and stuff.
thing.
And I've got a bunch of flow, so like that totally makes sense. Cool. Okay.
Also, side note, I really love the idea that like we have like a blow up trainers go to space have like anti-grav sort of spaces that they can practice in. I think we have like a vaguely like heaven gravity what's the word I'm looking for? Simulator space where we can practice like this weird acrobatic shit that would only ever work in heaven.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's pretty cool.
Or maybe, no, that's awesome. Okay, cool. So I get a +1 for that?
Yeah, you get an extra dice, yeah. And
Cool,
it
okay.
costs Emily. It costs Cert stress.
Okay, cool. Because it costs less stress to help than it does to do it yourself, doesn't it? Like, yeah.
Because it's about teamwork.
Okay, let's see. 5. Hey, that's pretty decent.
I mean, yeah, that's.
It's not a 6, but it's not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do it, but there's a consequence. You suffer severe harm, a serious complication occurs, so you have reduced effect. It's not that bad.
Yeah,
Desperate rolls are fine, everyone.
I can survive harm.
So your intention was to like wreck this thing physically, wasn't it?
Yeah, totally. And like just like knock it off its trajectory as well.
Yeah. I mean, you cut its fucking like throat, right? Like you or disembowel it or whatever, and it yet lets out this horrible yowl as it dies, and the tree rustles.
No. I'm gonna resist it. I do not want. Do I have to say how I'm resisting it, or like I know I've got to choose which pool I'm using, but do I have to like just narratively figure it out, or do I roll first and then narratively
work out what it looks like you're at least doing for the resisting.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cool.
Are you just sucking it up, or are you? Like, you can't just suck this up, right? Like it's external to you.
Well, it's like it's just.
Oh, sorry.
No, you.
I have a thought,
But I don't know if it's within either of our characters. But I'll suggest it, and you can see if there's a version of it like that is useful. But in my mind, the main problem here is the fact that the tree will see us kill this thing, attack it, and kill it. So I'm wondering if the way to resist it is to make it look as though it's make the battle look more.
Is every weekend at Bernie's seeing this?
No, but make it
Look like it's an ongoing battle
of being hurt.
Right. Yeah.
It is also attacking us. This is a battle, not a murder kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Cool. It sounds like you're resisting with
Kudere? Social pressure?
Yeah, Kudere.
Yeah.
I'm trying to work out because it could also be Moe if we're like oh, I'm so hurt, I'll have to self-defend.
No, I would. Oh, yeah. Actually, no, I would prefer Moe.
No, it looks right. It is Kudere. The way that we're describing that.
It's Kudere. Okay, cool. No worries. This is my worst one, so
I know.
Wish me luck.
If only we had some really convincing actors.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That's true. That's a good point.
If only.
If only there were these 2 really convincing actors around.
Hey, a 5. That's pretty good.
I know.
I only get 1 stress, right?
Yep.
Sweet.
A couple of birds fly out of the I say birds. What they actually are is like leather folded like origami to look like birds. But they fly out of the out of the tree.
Okay,
But
yeah.
like, there's not that whole like it doesn't start to turn to pay attention to you.
Yeah, but it's like stirring.
Yeah, there is a stirring. You're not going to stop the stirring happening at all, but
Yeah.
like it's a question of like, does it look at you versus does it like kind of twig that something's going on?
Yeah, yeah. Cool, great.
Yeah. So I think back where this thing was originally coiled, where she like caught the fox, I think Swift is just like just like hanging in heaven in space, watching. And I think, God, this feels so risky.
Terrible decision.
Excellent.
Terrible
Terrible
decisions.
decisions.
Terrible decisions.
Yeah, but you know what? Fuck it. It's like the season for fuck it. Who cares? I'm gonna transcend.
All right.
Ooh.
What does your
Yeah,
transcendence
and-
in what does your transcendence look like in
Yeah.
Reminder of Hope given by Cassiel unto a bitter world while it is hurt?
Yeah, so I think what this looks like is like Swift just like closes her eyes and takes like a deep breath, and from her like internal perspective, it's like she moves herself to let the world like to align herself with like the turning of the cosmos, and so she's like turning like in time with with heaven's wheel, and she like lets out this low sigh, and like her hair, these sparks start like right at her hairline, and then like her hair like is like on fire and like flowing back in this impossible wind, and the golden tattoos are like rising up off her skin as like ribbons and like weaving out into the construct overall. And it's starting to like glow this like golden color as it all catches like golden flame, and it's just this like burning construct of like golden cloth and golden light just like floating there in the void.
That's real cool.
Angelmon.
Exactly, right? And she is going to like look with heaven's eyes at this tree and try to like see past it to the god that is inside, right? Because like I think this is a thing that she knows how to do, because she has spent no small portion of her like previous life like dealing with gods through intermediaries, but having relationships with the gods themselves anyway. And so she's gonna try and like perceive the god within.
Cool.
Only
What actually?
only mechanically it's not perceive, it's analyze, because I'm looking under the surface.
Yeah, I was just wondering whether it was analyze or empathize. That's all.
That is actually a good question. I'm just gonna
And I would give you different responses based on that.
Yeah, totally. I'm gonna check a thing. Yeah. You know what? Fuck it. It is empathize. I'm going to empathize because that's cool, even though it is not mechanically as advantageous.
Cool.
What are the dots that we can get when we transcend again?
We get
Perceive,
flow.
embody.
Yeah, perceive, flow, analyze.
Perceive, flow, analyze.
So you
Cool.
get a dot for analyze.
Which one am I going to push up? Perceive, embody. Perceive, flow, analyze. Do I have analyze 3 or flow 3? Oh, these are good. These are the questions. I'm going to go with analyze 3. I think that's cool. Yeah, I am very
Right,
good
because
at
we
analyzing.
took the crew advance last time where we get +1 to one of those.
Yeah.
And then we also have the one where while transcended, we get +1
Yeah,
to
we
all
get
of
plus
them.
1. Yeah. Wait, we get +1 to all of them while transcended? Is
While
that how that
transcended,
works?
Yes, the transcendent
shit,
one is
I've-
all of them.
I've
and
only
other-
been applying it to one of them this whole time. I have been nerfing my own
Whoa.
character. All right, let me just make some adjustments to my character sheet then, because I'm way better at like everything now. All of my resistances are great. I'm okay. Awesome. Swift is like a superhero right now. Cool. What was I doing? I was empathizing. I was opening my heart to this creature of the darkness. I'm gathering information.
Yep.
So I have increased effect because I am an oracle. What is my position and effect?
From here, if you're empathizing, rather than analyzing, it is. I think it's risky. I don't think it's desperate. And I think it would have been little effect if you weren't an oracle. So it's really...
Okay, can I push for desperate and great?
What does that look like in the fiction to you? To me, that looks like you need to approach it and engage with it. For some reason, for some reason in my head, that's a song, but I don't know.
Yeah, I totally feel that. I'm also just like I have like there's a feeling in me that there's another thing. But no, I like that. Yeah, I think Swift. Oh God, yeah. So we cut, right? We fade. We scene transition into the between time space that both of them exist in.
Yeah,
and like that is where the song happens, like in the spirit place.
Yeah,
there is just this like multi-tonal, like very intricately harmonized song, and yeah, just this like radiating golden figure of light.
Yeah.
That's what that looks like. I am like 100% drawing its attention to myself.
Yeah,
but that's fine.
You are.
That's fine. So I'm at desperate.
It's just funny that, like, Melody was trying so hard to stop drawing its attention, and then it's like...
Yeah, but I'm drawing its attention to me.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
And you're
and
drawing
I
its
think
attention in a different space.
exactly. It's not. Look, we're murdering all the stuff around you, and more like, look, I am shiny and pure.
Yeah.
I am
It's
here
also-
to...
Sorry, yeah.
Like, I am listener. I am here to, like, listen to you. Like, the high priest is back, motherfucker.
Yeah.
It's us being in control, taking the initiative, instead of us losing the initiative.
Yeah, exactly. Cool. Yep, so that's great. I have no bonus dice unless anyone would like to help me. Am I going to push myself? Yes, I am.
I think I'm going to help you in this circumstance.
I think it's worth it. I mean, you can help without helping if you have links, Andrew.
Nope.
I know.
You didn't spend any time with me, so...
I know. I'm sorry. Yep, so I've just pushed myself for extra dice. Yep. Awesome. On the plus side, I mark 1 XP in Tsundere, and I gain a new dot.
Okay.
Good job, everyone.
You also still get a gather information question.
I know I do, because I'm good at this game. How could this possibly go wrong?
Oh, I don't know.
So Ash, is this the moment when I put the pieces together and realize this is Danu?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
so
that's the bad consequence.
so my question is, what really happened here?
Oh,
Like,
great.
what-
That works
Yeah,
so
like-
perfectly
like-
with my answer.
What happened to make her like this? Because I remember her as she was, like lithe and like beautiful and like caring and nurturing.
Yeah.
And now she's like this horrible, choking, strangling tree.
Yeah, and
What the
now-
Apple snatching.
What the fuck happened while I was sleeping?
So you start singing this beautiful harmonic song, and you expect her to join it. And it's a song that you used to sing. Like, you've worked it out. You're like, oh, this is a song. We had this song we sang.
This is the song that we sung together.
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
Of like running brooks and like the sound of the sound of like of the forest canopy and in the warm summer breeze and all these sorts of things. And all you hear is this like screech of Oathbreaker, Abandoner, like the one who left us.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she.
It was
like,
me. I did the thing.
Yeah, you are, and as you're, and she's like, she talks about, and she says, "How dare you invoke the name of Spring Brook? How dare you invoke the name of like glistening blossom. How dare you invoke the name of like caring fungus or whatever, and and these are all like child nymphs, right?
Yeah, that I knew.
That you had like sworn to protect.
Yeah.
Right, like you had it wasn't like a formal blood bond. It was like a godparent type thing, right? Like it was.
Yeah.
You've said you'll look after them, and then you just fucked off, and the Bastion just wrecked them.
Yeah.
I think that somewhere out there, at least one is lying in a battlefield because it was like hollowed out and used as a as like one of these as an engine. Yeah. I think it's time for.
So I take level 3 harm.
Yeah, it sounds like.
Like level 3 harm, heartbroken or something.
I mean,
Swift doesn't just die of heartbreak immediately.
I mean, like it sounds like that. Like, yeah, I'm gonna say level 3.
Yep.
She's being so generous.
I know. I am going to resist.
Okie dokie. How are you resisting?
With my moe, which is normally not my strongest suit. But
what are you drawing on in yourself to resist? I'm being like more like, you have to tell me how you're resisting. You have to tell me how you're helping. You have to tell it.
Yeah, no, totally.
Like,
totally. I think like it is like there's a memory. We like flash back to a memory from the episode just gone, and it's Hrist like talking about how like their song, like they won't let it go out, and it's the thing that gives Swift strength is like this idea that Hrist rekindled in her, that like there is still hope to change things. Like it's never too late.
Yep.
And like even though we have all made terrible mistakes, and like I have done terrible things, and like Danu clearly has done terrible things since we knew one another, like it is not too late for us to like try to be better to one another and make things better. Yeah.
Cool.
Rules question. I have an ability. I have special armor against consequences suffered in defense of or instead of allies. I can also spend it to give +1d to someone else's action. Does that include resists?
No, resists are
Okay.
not
Yeah,
action.
only action rolls.
Yeah.
Thank you though. It's a nice thought. Oh boy, and I got no bonus die. Let's fucking see what happens. I might just go straight into Eclipse. I go straight into Eclipse, everyone.
Oh god. And that immediately destroys, or well, it wrecks your engine.
Yep.
Yeah.
So like...
Yeah, I know exactly what this looks like. I do need to roll to resist going into Eclipse though.
Do
yes?
that first.
Yeah, well you roll... Yeah, right, because you might not go into Eclipse.
Exactly, right. It's not a totally foregone
It's not
conclusion.
a sure thing quite yet.
And I think it's Moe again. I think
roll your lowest resist.
they're all 2 right now.
So if they're all 2, you just pick.
I think it's Moe. I think that like makes the most sense.
Great.
I'm terrible. Okay, let me describe to you what happens.
Oh my gosh.
I think Swift starts to cry.
You've been getting hit
and,
with this
like,
a
tears.
lot recently, right? Like there was a similar thing in the last episode in your downtime. Like the same thing.
Yeah, right. Like this is a thing for Swift at the moment. Yeah, and so she starts to cry, but the tears are like a mixture of like blood and like grease. Like they're black red tears just like running down her cheeks and like leaving trails. And starting from where she is connected to the engine, like the golden threads connecting her to it just like go dark.
Well, yeah.
Like the light just starts to fade away like incrementally, and they are just turning like black.
And it starts to shred, right? Like because like, can you pilot an engine while it's wrecked?
Nope.
No,
No,
so
absolutely not.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
shreds. Right?
I know what it looks like. I know. Yeah, and so like the lines like are going black and like, you know, starting to like little bits are starting to break off them, like they're turning into ash, like in like a super intense close up, and then like it reaches the actual like cloth body of the engine, and it just starts to like the color and the like the fire goes out and the gold just starts to fade away, and like this effect like moves along the ribbons, leaving just like dark gray, like fragile graphite. And it just like, and until it just like, it's just sitting there, just like this tangle of like petrified cloth, just like sitting there in the air. And then Swift like opens her eyes. Ah, God, let me just check. And I think her hair, like the color of the fire, just like goes like black.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like a heartbeat, and like, yeah, now her hair is on black with like is on fire with like black flames, and the green tattoos that like all she's got left are like slowly like turning, like the color is leaching out of them, and she's just like floating there in space, like crying, staring at it as she goes into eclipse.
Yeah, what's your eclipse prompt?
My eclipse prompt is:
Can't change fate.
you've known all along that changing fate was impossible, but here you are. All this wasted effort, wasted time. If this fate is inevitable, why not embrace it? You set aside caution for instinct and pursue a simple and direct course of action heedless of consequence. You can only escape eclipse when your fated person defies your predictions and shows you that they can alter the course of fate.
Cool. So,
and I think, I'm gonna leave it for there. But I know what she's gonna do next, and it's not gonna be pretty.
I mean, so yeah. So when this happens, the tree speaks to you again. It's like and says, "Should never have trusted you, creature of flesh and meat and skin and bone. You are all alike, and I have learned this now. If and she says, but you once honored me. We can escape them. Come, I will allow you if you will assist me, and we can rid this place." Seal it from them. Never have them or their petty spirits intrude upon us again.
Can we hear all this?
No.
Or is that like telepathic projection?
Well,
it's in the spirit space.
They're in spirit space.
God.
To me, give me the and yeah, she says like. Come, like the wood you carry. The wood that you carry is broken and injured. Come, bring it to me, and I shall heal it. It needs splinter no more.
Oh. I think we cut away from this moment.
Let's take a break.
I have a thought. I have a decision to make, and there's two ways I could go, and they're very different. I haven't decided yet.
Yeah, let's take a break. We'll be back in a few minutes. Bye.